Public Meetings Act. Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by advertisement in the Cape May Star and Wave on the Township website and posted on the bulletin boards of Township Hall. We request anyone wishing to address council, please wait for the mayor to recognize you. Please state your name and address for the record, and please remember, all comments must be kept to 3 minutes or less.
Thank you. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Conrad?
Here.
Councilmember Coombs? Councilmember Roy?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Perry?
Here.
Mayor Sip.
Here. Okay, we'll move down to the work session. Tonight, we're going to have a presentation of plaques to our sponsor of the Coombs Douglas Bay Run. And the Lower Township Department of Parks and Recreation hosted the annual Robert Coombs / David Douglas Memorial Bay Run on Saturday, August 13th at 2023 at 8:30 a.m. at Town Bank Fire Hall. This was the 21st year of the consolidation of the Robert Coombs Memorial Day Bay Run and the David C. Douglas Senior Memorial Race. This year's event featured a 5-mile race as well as a 2-mile health run or walk. This event is held in memory of 2 men who were committed to protecting and supporting the community. Robert Coombs was a Town Bank volunteer firefighter who was killed in an auto accident. Lower Township Police Officer David C. Douglas Sr. made the ultimate sacrifice and was killed in line of duty. Douglas also served as a Town Bank firefighter. In the past, the proceeds from this Memorial Bay Run has benefited the Special Olympics of South Jersey. I'm not sure if any of the family members of the Coombs or Douglas are here, but they're more than welcome to come forward and present the plaques to some of the sponsors. So at this time, I'm going to come down for the presentation. I ask council, the manager, and the Recreation Department to join me, please. I'm just going to read the one here. And during the presentation of the plaques, Lauren's going to take some pictures. So if you want to give her your contact information, when this is over, she'll send the pictures to you if you want to post them anywhere on your website. I'm all mic'd up tonight, and it's acting up on me. Turn that one off.
I think he gets.
Can you? Is that enough? Okay. All the plaques are pretty much the same, so I'll read one plaque, we'll ask the business to come forward, and we'll present the plaques. Just turn it off, Tom. Okay, Lower Township Department of Parks and Recreation, a special appreciation of A&C Septic Service, LLC, for their generous contribution towards the Coombs Douglas Memorial Bay Run in 2023. So it's the same plaque for all the different sponsors. So is anybody here from A&C Septic Service, LLC? We didn't think so. Cape Island Graphics? We're 0 for 2, okay.
We'll get him to him.
Harpoons on the Bay is not here. Okay. Lower Township Police Department's here tonight. Thanks, Chief. LT. Thanks for your contribution to the run, and of course, Dave was one of your members. So come over here and we'll get a picture.
Image can be right there. There we go. 1, 2, 3. One more. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Okay, LT. Okay. Lower Township Department of Public Works. Manager, what's going on here? Okay. Lucky Bones Backwater Grill. Maybe we should start from the other side going this way, right? This one's here. Muldoon Family Construction. We know you're here. All right. Jesus. I want to thank you for helping us out with the run, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. We'll turn around, we'll get a, when they said the big ones up front, they weren't kidding. It's-
There's 1, 2, 3. Make sure, thank you.
Thank you now.
Thank you.
Okay. Town Bank Volunteer Fire Company's here in the house. All right, Chief. No, Chief, we thank you for what you're doing each and every day, not just this, okay? So thank you very much. Thanks, Chief. Okay. Tony's Produce. Anyone from Tony's Produce? No? Okay. That concludes our presentation, so thanks for coming out. And again, Lauren has any kind of pictures you may need, okay? Thank you. We're going to move in with our meeting. If you want to exit the meeting, you don't need to hang out and listen to the rest of the meeting unless you want to stay. You're more than welcome to stay. Thanks for coming out.
Round them up. They were here at 5.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anyone knocking on the door.
Okay, we'll move down to the consent agenda. Anybody from council want to comment on the consent agenda?
No.
No comments from council. Anybody from the public want to comment on the consent agenda only? Close the public portion.
Approval of the minutes, August 21st, 2023. Resolutions 2023-296 through 2023-306, and ordinance 2023-17. An ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 475 Parks and Recreation Areas, Article 1, General Rules and Regulations, to address recommendations received from the township's insurance carrier in regards to signage. This is the first reading of this ordinance. The second reading and public hearing will be the first meeting in October.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion to move us forward?
I'll make a motion. Second.
Councilmember Conrad?
Yes.
Councilmember Roy?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Perry?
Yes.
Mayor Sippel?
Yes.
Ordinance 2023-16, an ordinance repealing Chapter 400, Article 7, exceptions, modifications and development alternatives, Section 57, general exceptions and modifications, subsection G, beekeeping of the Code of the Township of Lower, due to preemption by state statute. This is the second reading and public hearing of this ordinance. This ordinance has been published, posted, and made available to the public.
Thank you. Is there any council comments?
No.
Anybody from the public want to comment on this ordinance? Okay, we'll close the public portion. There's a motion on this.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Councilmember Conrad?
Yes.
Councilmember Roy?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Perry?
Yes.
Mayor Sippel?
Yes. Manager's report?
I have a few things I wanted to talk about, if I could, Mayor. First, I'd like to thank Mayor and Council for your dedication to outdoor recreation and some of the things that we've improved here over the last couple of years, and we continue to do so. I know that the rec department's working on a plan right now to replace the playground equipment here, a significant upgrade to the park next to the recreation center. We awarded Phase 1 of Rotary Park in front of the MUA. That should begin in the next few weeks with the completion date of the summertime, we hope. The Diamond Beach Park that we are working on, we have a design complete. We were pushed off of the county commissioner's agenda last month, but we're going to be on at the second meeting of this month for hopefully approval for the funds that they're going to award to the project in Diamond Beach. That's a complete rehab over there in Diamond Beach. One of the other things that we're working on, too, is David Douglas Park down at the canal. we had a real productive meeting with about 5 different factions of the DEP today with our engineers to see what permitting is required for us to expand the parking lot down there, add a restroom, and possibly upgrade the walkway alongside of the rock pile with a railing there and pavers and so forth. We don't have a design. We wanted to wait to see what the permitting would be for that, to see what we can do down there, and it was very well received. The permitting is going to take some time. We hope to make that for the next round of the Open Space Board Awards for Recreation. And again, that will be completely passive recreation. I don't want to confuse anyone down there. The upgrades that we're doing is parking lot upgrades, pavers, railing, and observation areas with a concrete walkway around the park as well, which eventually we hope leads into Lincoln Boulevard with the help of the DRBA along that roadside too. Again, that's an initial phase, but we hope to have the design completed within the next couple of months and see if we can't get some funding from Green Acres as well as the Open Space Board as well. That's one of the things we're working on too. I could rehash the Fishing Creek Road. I know that everyone is interested in that paving project getting started. It did go out. The bid advertisement was on August 16th. They're taking bids up to receiving bids on the 13th and awarding on the 26th of this month. And they'll have a notice to proceed on the 27th. So more than likely that'll begin sometime in October here. And that's from Bay Shore and Fishing Creek to Tabernacle Road. That's the first phase of that one at the price tag of about $2.4 million. Phase 2 of that will probably start next fall because there's some federal funding involved in that, and that takes a little more time when it goes up. I'm sorry, state funding. That takes a little more time when it goes up to the state with the consultants that have to review that part of the project. So another positive thing that we did get a permit for the improvements, the traffic calming improvements that we want to do in Skellinger's Landing, coming off the bridge going into Skellinger's Landing. The permit was awarded. We just sent 4 sets of revised plans to the DOT. The DOT is going to be doing a lion's share of the work down there with 2 different areas in the crosswalks with what they call rectangular rapid flashing beacons. They're the solar-powered yield to pedestrian signs that you push and they flash, and that will alert motorists to slow down a little bit at those crosswalks. I think in the summertime, it's not that big of an issue because it's bumper to bumper going into Cape May and Skellinger's Landing. But it's the off-season when people seem to drive down that bridge at a high rate of speed. One of the things that we'll be doing there that's not included in the project is the flashing radar speed signs, one on the bridge and one coming out of the landing as well. And that can alert people that they're going too fast and hopefully slow down traffic coming in to this, mainly the crosswalk at Lucky Bones and the Lobster House. That's where we seem to see the most accidents. So we hope to have that start at sometime in late fall and be finished before next spring. I'll keep you abreast of that as it happens. We did a survey for the utilities on Yuma Avenue where the Lower Township Rescue Squad used to be. Once we vacate that street, we're going to auction off that property right now. Right now, it looks, as you know, that building was an island of a building surrounded by roads. We're going to vacate a Yuma Avenue there, and that lot will be an oversized lot with the resident being on Cardinal, the address being on Cardinal Road rather than the road that it was on. So that's going to happen in the next couple of weeks as well. I think that's all I have. And again, I'd like to thank you for your commitment to outdoor recreation because in light of everything that happened with COVID, we needed to be outside a lot more. And I think what you've done here, I think in the next year or two, every park that we have will be rehabbed. And they look great. And I know they're getting a lot of use. Appreciate that.
Most definitely. Mr. Laffey, on that Tabernacle, Fishing Creek Road, rather, that's funded by the county, correct?
Yeah, that's county road, funded completely by the county.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll do some public comments now. Anybody from the public want to come up to the microphone to address council? No? Okay, we'll close the public portion, do some council comments. I got a few things to put out. The township's going to have our annual 9/11 remembrance ceremony at the Cape May County Airport on Monday, September 11th at 5:30 PM. It'll be at the museum, the Naval Air Station Museum. Public's invited to attend that ceremony. A reminder of the Public Works Recycling Yard on Seashore Road. Middle of the month, it's going to start going to our fall winter hours, be closed on Sundays and Mondays. Run for the Fallen, September 21st at Sunset Beach, kicks off around 7:35 a.m. And a reminder, school's back in session. Be careful driving with the kids out there. And that's all I have. And Deputy Mayor?
No comments tonight.
No comment?
No.
Councilman Roy?
I think you hit pretty much on all topics that I had noted.
Okay.
I'd just like to add, Mike, thank you very much for your efforts. It sounds like Township's on a good path to have outdoor activities and to restore and even expand to their full potential the areas with regard to public safety and beautification. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Conrad?
Oh, I crossed off school buses. Reminder, this Friday, the 8th, Family Fun Night at Clem Mulligan from 5:30 to 9 p.m. They will be showing the movie Shrek at 7:30. There will be vendors, face painting, bounce houses, and live music. Music's actually pretty good there, so please come on down. It's a free event. And also, real quick, shout out to one of our youth, Joseph Donnelly of the Villas, well, was of the Villas, earned his Eagle Scout, and that's one of those rare things that happen that we should recognize. And that's it for me.
All right, thank you. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
We're adjourned.
That concludes the meeting. Thank you for coming out tonight.